Hey guys, it's Dev, and I want to talk about Powercreep and gacha games and what you can do about it. The reason I'm talking about this is mostly because of a tweet that Mr. Pokey made on January 6th, basically saying that if you allow Powercreep to happen, you're greedy or stupid. I personally think that's a horrible take, and here's why. First things first, most people aren't playing gacha games strictly for meta, right? People might be playing casually, on their phone, let me get my dailies, let me just do story. They might play because they have a favorite character, and they might just not really care about meta or, go that hard into the game. This might be like their tertiary game, some they just play on the bus or something, you know what I mean? Thinking it's just greed or stupidity is thinking that everyone plays strictly for meta, which just isn't really true, especially for a game as big as like Starrail, right? Because Starrail has just an insane amount of players, and with that many players, there's a lot of different playstyles, you know what I mean? But to continue on with this topic, we gotta talk about why power creep even happens in the first place. And the reason power creep happens is pretty blunt. It's so you can spend money, or spend all your pulls and then spend money. If every character was, all good, then no one would want to spend money. What will they have to show their shareholders? Stuff like that, right? So they gotta keep increasing, scaling, keep increasing what they can do, have supports multi-roll into 18 different things and basically play the game for you. Because if they don't, then they won't get sales. But a lot of different gacha games do power creep a lot of different ways. Some gacha games might have each new character be one up better than the other character every single patch, and it makes it just horrible to play, and it makes it where you have to spend money at a certain point. Because remember, it's gambling, loot box, money, that's all where this starts. Like, why would you pull for, flipping Firefly, Fei Xiao, Acheron, stuff like that, if you're flipping Sealy can do it all still, you know what I mean? Or if 4 stars could do it too. It just wouldn't really work out. The other half of this problem has to do with HP and inflation in the in-game modes of Starrail, which is how they artificially boost the difficulty. Oh, let's say instead of having 1 million health, it has like 2 million health. Certain DPSs just statistically aren't gonna keep up. Certain teams aren't gonna work, if you keep pulling the HP. And that's what makes power creep a problem for right now. I think 3.0 for Starrail will be a make it or break it for power creep. Because I feel like right now it's a problem, but I don't think it's a game ending problem right now. I feel like with the free units they give and the amount of pulls, we're just barely, but I mean just barely, not at, catastrophic. But if 3.0 characters come out and then there's somehow just the creme de la creme, you know what I mean, then we're all screwed. But let's get to what you can do and what you should do. First things first, if you like a character, pull for the character, get the character. That trumps everything. Power creep is a game problem, not a player problem. Remember that, just have that constantly in your head. If you like a character, get the character, use the character. It shouldn't matter that much unless you're going to beat all the in-game modes on 0 cycle, whatever the heck, then you should be fine. But I get the problem if you're playing to win, right? If you're playing to 0 cycle everything, and certain characters just stop working, and then you feel like, dang, I wasted my time, my investment into that character because of power creep. See, power creep isn't going to go away, but it has to slow down. HP inflation isn't the one-all, fix, you know what I mean? They had to find a solution to power creep. I would say if you have any problems with power creep that you think you can fix, like solutions, be vocal about it. The worst thing is people can just be mean online, but be vocal about it. Multi-million-dollar company, billion-dollar companies, especially with gacha games, maybe most of the time they don't really listen like that, but sometimes they do, And you might think, well, I'm just speaking into the void when I talk to all these people. You're not, maybe sometimes you are, but just think that you're not, and maybe you'll get somewhere. Some advice, I'd say don't get too like emotionally attached to gacha games. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's the same thing that I would have like for live service games. These games see you players as statistics, as money, as data. You know, might act like your friend, but they're not your friend. You know, this is a company that wants your money, and specifically a gacha game is basically gambling. You know what I mean? Just don't let these meta slobs get to you. It's a single player game. There's no PvP. This ain't Epic 7. Play who you want to play. And if the game can't support that, there's something on the game and you might need to switch games. You know what I mean? It's something around that. It's not your fault that power creep happens. It's not your fault that your characters start performing worse because they keep going millions and millions of HP above what your team can even accomplish. Your team can't zero cycle that, you know what I mean? I personally have some like general solutions, but I'm no game designer. I don't know how this works, you know. But I would say the first thing is probably make all teams work. It's probably have all teams have good supports. You know, buff dot up with their supports. Every team should have fundamentally solid supports. Break, follow up, dot, you know, hyper carry. Make everything be able to work and function and can do content in the game. Then, like, my second thing would be like probably not overtune the characters so much, because they rarely ever nerf things. So, you know, because Firefly can do 8 bagillion damage doesn't mean that boss's HP needs to be 8 bagillion, you know what I mean? You know, nerf the damage or make better boss designs. That's probably my next one. Make better boss designs. Because make them where they have like more damage resistance or something. There has to be a solution before this becomes one of the countless gacha games where you're just, man, I can't keep up, I might need to spend money. Never spend money. Unless you're in a financially stable time to spend money and you're not doing excessively and it doesn't become an addiction. Never spend money. But just know, if it keeps ramping up like this and the in-game modes keep getting more HP inflation and the damage dealers keep getting better and more power creepy, then it becomes a money black hole. Oh, I had to spend for the next character, and then it turns out you spent your whole bank account, spent your whole savings on flipping Starrail. Don't do that. That's horrible, like, because all of it's just frustrating, because in itself gacha games are kind of predatory. That's a whole nother thing that I'm not going to get into that much, but they want your wallet. And that's what Powercreep's supposed to do. Your wallet, your money, their pocket, you know what I mean? But yeah, overall, this problem is just a mess. With so many people getting toxic and just all elitist on both sides. Like, just chill. Chill, see what you can do. If stuff doesn't work out, leave the game, you know? Do not become attached to this game like that, for real. If any of you guys need any help with, like, team building, character building, who to pull, who to save for, leave a comment below. I'll probably see what I can, you know, give you advice, see what I can do. Yeah, thanks for watching. Last minute and a half probably some promo stuff, so if you don't feel like watching that, then click off, and yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hey guys, it's Dev, and I just want to let you know that I have a Twitch channel now. I'll be streaming every Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. For right now, we're streaming Marvel Rivals Season 1, doing competitive streams where I'm just going to see how high rank I can get before the season ends. But I'll be streaming a variety of games, so stay tuned. Link in the description.